Hello, my lovely Capricorns, and happy 2019. So we're going to do your 2019 overall mini reading. We're going to pull one card for each month of the year, okay, guys? Remember that this reading won't resonate with every single Capricorn out there. I am just trying to pick up on the energies of the Capricorns that really need these messages, or I've been asking for them, okay? So it's not going to resonate with every single one of you. If you guys do want to book your own private 2019 reading, all that information on how to book one of those readings with me is right below this video in the description box. It'll be a lot more detailed, be focused on you and your energies, on your sun, moon, and rising, and it will be very detailed and really oriented around what's going on for just you that during this 2019 year, what will be happening, what will be coming in, and how we can best deal with it for our happiest and most successful life path forward. Okay, guys? So check that out if you want to book a private reading. All that information is right below this video in my description box again. All right, Capricorn. So I do want to just do a little intro here about how the year might be for you. We have a lot of solar and lunar eclipses. Solar and lunar eclipses are going to be focusing a lot of their energies directly on your sign in January, July, and December. Your ruling planet Saturn will be moving towards the powerful conjunction with Pluto at the year's end. So it's going to really bring about a lot of fateful change and start you on a new phase in your life around the end of the year. It is through all kinds of relationships, both working and personal, that you're going to find that there's going to be a lot of drama in your relationships this year. However, its plot is really to do with authority and responsibility. Who is it, or who has it? What is it for at this point in your life? You're going to be focusing a lot on what, your relationships, roles of authority and responsibility are in your life, as well as your own, and if you really have control over it. You have to be able to trust your own innate organizational and management skills this year, and make sure you are not shirking your responsibilities that will be coming your way, because you are going to have a lot of responsibility coming your way this year. So remember that you have earned the right to choose and define whatever responsibilities will be coming your way, though, okay? Your next phase in life towards the end of this year is really promising a lot of future authority and respect if you do take control and, take on what you deserve here. Security is always going to be important to you, but I need you guys to know that it's not, at this time, it's not really going to be sufficient to the needs of what is happening during this year. So security is important, but it is not vital, and it is not going to, be the end-all, be-all of, how you feel throughout this year. So don't focus as much on your own security, okay? You really need to kind of redirect your thoughts and, the way you act about, when you treat your dreams, if that's the way I'm trying to say it. Really take responsibility for what you dream, for your, what your dreams are, what you believe in, and what you really want, because at the end of the year, all these things are finally going to come together. So again, take responsibility for what you believe in, and do your best to make it work out in this real world, okay? At the end of the year, you could have some great surprises as Jupiter moves into your sign and brings, maybe a way to further your ambitions and enhance your status if you accept the offer to go really where you haven't gone before. So that's kind of what I'm seeing intuitively and astrologically for your year. But let's see what we get for the exact cards. Okay, we're going to pull four. First, I'm going to start out pulling a few cards here for January. January for my Capricorns. What can we focus on for January? Please allow the messages for all my Capricorns to come through. All right, angels and archangels. Messages from the pure white light. Pagan gods and goddesses, Mother Earth, base gods and goddesses, Capricorns for January. You guys are going to be focusing, moving forward, Three of Wands, seeing things kind of take root and move forward here. We're going to be seeing things come together, especially if we're working on projects with other people. February, what do we see? I'm going to pull 4 months, go over them, and then go on to the next 4. The Lovers. Ooh, we could have some really amazing choices, or maybe a very significant love coming into our life within February. Maybe even a Gemini is going to be very important during that month. If it is not a lover or a very intense and very important choice, or we are choosing something that we love, or we have a choice between two things that we really love here. Ooh, and then March we get 8 of Pentacles. And let's get one for April. April, what will be the focus for my Capricorns in the month of April? What will be coming forward for them in April? April 2019 for my Capricorns. what I want to pull this, the Hierophant, which is interesting because I know that we move into Taurus season around the mid to the end of April. So we could be focusing on religious things or taking things slowly. Also learning. The Hierophant talks a lot about learning, learning at, you know, a university. It's a big school or with a large company. Something that is very old, established, slow moving, but also very spiritual is the Hierophant. Could also indicate your higher self as well, and having a lot of information come in then. Or again, it is the sign of Taurus, and it is the month when Taurus comes back into, you know, the sun moves into Taurus towards the end of April. And we will already have Uranus going direct in Taurus the next 7 years. I believe that actually happens in March, though. So we could be really feeling, you know, that Uranus and Taurus energy, and, you know, the changes that it is making in our most basic, you know, kind of earthy Taurian houses of, you know, how we, what is the word I'm looking for here? How we kind of are attached to our material kind of aspects of our lives, our home aspects, you know, the decisions that make us feel very comfortable, very at home, very stable, and, you know, grounded. Those could be kind of thrown up, and we could be making some new decisions around April, you know, having a lot of newness and a lot of realizations about, you know, what these structures are in our life that keep us grounded, and if they are really serving us, or if they need to be kind of switched up, and if we're feeling, you know, something else for once. Because, you know, Taurus and Uranus is going to shake that up and make us see, you know, how we make us, you know, take another look at how we view home and family, and you know, how we are most basically tied in our most grounded parts of our life here. As you know, because you guys are an earth sign, but Taurus is the cardinal, sorry, not cardinal, the fixed earth sign. I always accidentally say that. Anyways, that's April, but I just got really focused on that there for a second. Anyways, let's move it back here all the way to January here. January, we could be focusing again a lot on moving forward. We could see a lot of ventures that we've been planning out. You know, if we've been planning for months on things or working towards some goals here, we could really see them come into fruition here. We could see a lot of moving forward, feeling a lot of power. Again, Lord of established strength. We're feeling very established in our strength. We've made some decisions. We've looked ahead to the future. And now we're seeing some of those things really move forward for us here, you know. There's a really established force type of feeling here, and a lot of strength and success. There's a realization of a hope. There could also be completions of certain projects or certain goals at this time. The Lovers here in February. The Lovers is a beautiful card to have always. Always one of my favorite cards, because it does mean a lot of love coming in. Some of us could have a very significant love coming in. Children of the voice divine, you know. So significant love could be introduced to us. We could, you know, come into just like this amazing relationship here. So I'm going to move these actually more to the center so you can look at them better. So again, the Lovers really does talk about maybe a significant love coming in here. Either that or maybe a Gemini. Falling in love type of energy here. We could be falling very deeply in love kind of out of nowhere. You know, there's just so much beauty, action, and impulse kind of feelings to this. You know, we're following our heart at this time. So February, you can see us following our hearts, you know, maybe around Valentine's Day. We might not be alone on Valentine's Day for those of us who've been alone. It does feel like we could have a very significant love coming in here. Again, there's a lot of harmony and motivation here. There's, again, I also see the Lovers as a big choice. So some of us could be, you know, subject to a huge choice in our lives here. And, you know, the Lovers always will give us the choice to enter a brand new phase of our lives that we really love, is really how I feel. Something that we're very passionate about, something that really opens our heart to our desired and destined path. The Eight of Pentacles has us focusing a lot on work in March. We could be focusing on, you know, building up our strength, building up, you know, really prudently getting at work here, because it is the Lord of Prudence. We could be, you know, focused on really building up our finances, building up our business. Whatever it is that we're building up here, we are working very hard on it. And I do think for most of you guys, being Capricorns, you guys get very work focused, very financially focused, and that's not a bad thing. I am also an Aries Taurus cusp, so I get very focused on work too. But, you know, there is a lot of work energy, a lot of workforce energy here, where we are building up, you know, our money, our comfort, our stability here, you know. We could also be gaining money in small, not huge sums, but like kind of smaller sums as we go throughout the month. Again, some of us could also be working in an apprenticeship that has a lot of promise. The Hierophant here in April, again, I'll just talk a little bit about it because I already kind of went into it pretty hard there. But the Hierophant is a very religious card, very spiritual card. It's also a card of learning. You know, there's a lot of truth within this card. We could be finding out some serious truths, or, you know, truths about, you know, what ties us to the earth and what ties us to, you know, our sense of comfort in a more material way, and reevaluating that is kind of how I feel. We could be thinking about like microcosm versus macrocosm. It's kind of what the Hierophant talks about also in this deck, because it is the Hermetic Tarot and it is extremely in-depth and dense. Magus of the Eternal God. So again, there's a lot of spirituality there, is really what I'm getting. You know, there's a lot of divine wisdom that could be given to you during this time when Taurus is back in Uranus. Or maybe a Taurus or the spiritual leader could have a lot to say to you that could really help you during this month. So don't be afraid to reach out. And there's a lot of teaching and learning, explanation here. A lot of manifestation, because Taurus is, you know, the fixed earth sign. There's a lot of manifestation in this month. So we're manifesting new paths of learning, manifesting new ways forward here, manifesting on a really amazing and divine level with our higher self in April. So come check, come let me know what's going on for you guys in April. Or again, guys, if you want to book your own private reading and see what's really going on this year for you, please feel free to do so with all the information that I have in my description box below this video. So let's look at now May. Let's look at May. I'm actually going to use my Hobbit deck. I'm kind of drawn to use that for you guys. It feels kind of summery. So let's do May. May for my Capricorns. May. Could May have them focusing on May 2019? What will be coming forward? Or general energy of May 2019 for my Capricorns. May 2019 for my Capricorns. We get the Six of Cups, maybe a reconciliation, a soulmate, guys. Because again, if you know me and you watch my channel, the Six of Cups is always one of my strongest soulmate cards. I always see it as a soulmate card, somebody that we've known in past lives, reconciliations, love. Very equal and divine love, a significant love coming back into our lives. And then let's see what June has. June for my Capricorns. June. 2019, we get, ooh, the Page of Cups, which could be a Cancer or a Pisces, and I know that Cancer, we come into Cancer in June, so it's interesting. Messages of love. July for my Capricorns, we'll have them focused on Seven of Coins, and August for my Capricorns. A lot of blue, watery energy. Could be a very relaxing, more flowful few months for you guys, honestly, with all this blue in the backs of the cards and greens. There's a lot of growth and vitality, rejuvenation. Oh my gosh, and then in August we get the Ace of Wands, so a lot of passion coming in. Very beautiful, guys. Very, very beautiful energies here. So the Six of Cups here in May, often to me is, again, that's one of my soulmate cards, so I'm not going to ignore that. That's a soulmate card for me. It's, you know, reconciliation, somebody that is a significant soulmate maybe showing up in your life around May. Or we could be having a serious reconciliation. Doesn't have to be within love, but within somebody, a relationship that, you know, has not worked out in the past, maybe even a friendship or a family reconciliation, whatever it is filled with love, comfort, happiness. Something is coming back into our lives. Either that, or again, if we're meeting somebody for the first time and we're having this feeling, it's kind of like, wow, I feel like I know them from a different lifetime. I feel like I know this person. I know their heart. I feel very connected with them. You know, it's also, again, giving and receiving on an emotional level, which could be a major focus in May. We could be really open to giving and receiving through our emotions, and, you know, remembering the good times. It could also indicate a lot of nostalgic kind of feeling of nostalgia. And I don't know if Mercury goes into retrograde or something during this time. I don't know. Mercury is, you know, I don't know what it's doing this year. I don't know exactly when the retrogrades are, but often the Six of Cups can come up during that time because we're thinking of somebody from the past. So somebody from the past could come back, or, you know, could be on our minds, and we could be trying to, you know, reach back out to them to rectify things, or, you know, apologize, come back together in reconciliation. Excuse me, just need a sip of drink. Page of Cups here in June. Page of Cups in June. You know, I see that often as emotional messages, messages of love. Somebody who is really genuine in their feelings and is not afraid to speak of it. You know, again, it could also, again, be somebody coming in that is a new contact, a new professional contact. We could have coming in that could be a water sign. It could be, again, a Cancer or a Pisces. The energy of this is kind of a very playful, loving, you know, heartfelt, just like good times type of energy. Emotionally, it's very light, very happy with all those little stars and sparkles around this elf dude right here. It's very beautiful. It looks like, you know, he's got something nice to say, and even if he doesn't, he's gonna come across as a very in a very nice way here. Again, the playfulness to this card is not necessary alone. You could be, again, meeting somebody new in love and kind of starting off in a really beautiful, lighthearted, happy way here together. Again, it could also be, you know, as a new affair starts, a new relationship is coming into play here. Again, these could both have to do with a relationship, a love relationship coming back in, you know, a huge love coming into your life here, and just having this wonderful, playful, good times type of feeling about it, where you're just having a great time with this person and really enjoying it for before it gets really serious. This is like that playfulness before we get down to business and before things get more serious. We're having a good time, we're enjoying each other, we're experiencing a lot of emotional connectedness within May and June here. So, 7 of Coins here as we move into July. We could be focusing a lot on money. We could be focusing on building something up. Maybe we're getting ready for some good times in August here. But the 7 of Coins, it talks a lot about, you know, finally getting to that point where we're about to harvest our rewards here. So if we work towards something, whether it be on an emotional level, and I think a lot of you guys are going to be focusing on making your dreams a reality this year. So again, we could be getting to a point where a significant goal in terms of that, or relating to, you know, our dreams and what we've been working on all year, could be coming to fruition around, you know, July, which is, I believe, halfway through the year anyways. Or it's the 7th month, whatever. But, you know, there's a lot of hard work that is involved with this, but you are approaching the harvest time and you can feel it coming in here. You're about to see the actual results of all your hard work, and we can sit and kind of evaluate how our performance has been and what needs to be reworked here in this type of energy. Okay, so let's see what the Ace of Wands here has to say, and it has to talk to me at least a lot about passion, a really huge sense of passion, new beginnings. Again, it has a lot to do, I feel like, with this 7 of Coins here. Whatever we're working towards, we're going to see a huge leap forward, or a new path forward that is very passionate, that is very exciting. You know, these are new beginnings, like a new beginnings type of energy here, new ideas that we could, you know, bring us a lot of success. Either, or maybe a fire sign is coming in with a great idea, a lot of passion, and that they're ready to bring to the table here if it's not you. To me, it really does speak of, you know, new passionate ventures, new ideas, creativity, intense creativity, like energy that is just absolutely amazing for that. You know, we're having huge ideas, big energy moving forward here, brand new ventures, you know, this is brand new inspiration and originality, and like a sense of adventure almost, like we're about to go and start on an adventure, and we don't really know where it's going, but we're excited to see where it might take us. So this is really, really beautiful. So let's move on now throughout the fall here. I'm going to use my Bosch Tarot, actually, for you guys for the fall. Let's look at September. Put these cards away before they get in the way. September, for my Capricorn, September 2019 for my Capricorns. Ooh, we get the 7 of Wands, another 7. You guys have had, I think, 3, has it been 3 7s? No, it has not been 3 7s. That was an 8 at first. But 2 7s pop up. September, October for my Capricorns, We get, ooh, the 5 of Swords. All right, so the fall could be a little bit tougher for you guys. 5 of Swords. September, October. Let's see what November. What does November have for my Capricorns? November for my Capricorns. What will November 2019 hold for my Capricorns? And we get the 8 of Pentacles. Another 8 of Pentacles. And December. December for my Capricorns. Last month of the year for you guys. December for my Capricorn. December 2019. How will the year end for my Capricorns? Oh my God, the Sun. Amazing. Like I said, guys, I do feel like at the end of the year here, we're having a lot of luck come in, a lot of new, you know, exactly what we wanted here. We're getting those surprises. It's like, you know, surprise gifts here, success that comes to you like a surprise. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time saying that. But it does seem really, really amazing there. But anyways, let's move on from the very beginning here. All right, the 7 of Wands. And the Seven of Wands in this deck, because again, I have to get my little booklet out because these cards both have two different meanings. The traditional meaning to me, as well as the meaning that the booklet kind of gives them, which is why I love them, because they kind of have two totally different stories to them. The Seven of Wands can be a bit about defensiveness, standing your ground, standing up for yourself here. So again, don't be afraid to stand up for yourself when this card comes up in September. You could feel like a lot of people are opposed to like what you're doing or how you're doing it right now, and you have no reason to feel bad about it. And you're like, hey, don't mess with me. I worked so hard for this. Like, do not mess with me here. And in the little booklet here, it talks about, you know, the lady, poised on one's conceit, gnawing at one's talents. So again, we're a little bit poised at our own conceit, and we're allowed, you know, but because we're doing this, it kind of feels like we're gnawing at our own talents. We're allowing ourselves to, you know, we're allowing others and as well as ourselves to kind of gnaw at our own talents, which kind of means to bring ourselves down, to bring down, you know, what we have accomplished, to kind of belittle our accomplishments. Or think that we don't need to move forward any farther because we are, you know, where we are. We're like, I don't have to do anything else. I don't have to do anything else because I'm actually great. I'm actually fine. But what we really need to do is continue to move forward, because at this time, by doing this, by being poised on our own conceit and where we've come from, we're not allowing, you know, changes to come in. We're not allowing new ideas to come in. We're not allowing ourselves to continue to move forward. So don't let the defensiveness, you know, eventually, like, you know, put up a wall between you and the success you want to cultivate. If people have things to say, whatever, let them say them. Sometimes they might be actually helpful. But, you know, if they aren't helpful and they're just mean, all you have to do is say, I ain't listening. Goodbye. I'm going to keep on working. I'll be defensive, but I'm not going to let it, you know, I'm not going to defend myself until I accidentally fall in this hole or I start, you know, bringing myself down here. If that makes any sense there. Five of Swords. Five of Swords often talks a lot about, to me, it kind of speaks of mental confusion, mental, you know, somebody said something to you that it was probably hurtful or it's kind of brought you down mentally and emotionally about, you know, where you stand and what you're doing. You could have gotten into fights with others, a lot of verbal, very mean fights. This can also, you know, have oh my God, I cannot speak, an exchange of cruel words here, and we're trying to either fight against it or, you know, mentally and we are fighting against these things. We don't even realize that, you know, we're always in this mental struggle because we have taken to heart what somebody has said negatively about us here. So the Five of Swords in this deck is called the Wanderer. One sword is a weapon, more than one sword or a bundle. So yes, stand up for yourself to a degree, but don't let it become you. Don't become that fight. Don't be carrying around all these swords because you feel the need to. All you have to do is defend yourself, okay? More than one sword is a bundle. You become too stressed out by it. You cannot carry all these, you know, all the opinions and, you know, the thoughts and what you need to do, but from everybody else. You have to realize that the only ones that matter are for yourself here. The only sword that matters is your sword, not what everybody else has to say, think, do, and, you know, fight you on, okay? So remember that at the end of the day, if you're experiencing a lot of fight, a lot of competition in September, October. November here, we get the Eight of Pentacles again. And the Eight of Pentacles could be that we're feeling really overworked at this time. We're feeling like, oh my God, how do I keep on moving forward? All these pentacles on my back. I have so much responsibility. I have so much to do right now. How did I get myself in this mess? And you guys could be thinking, this commitment isn't worth it. Whatever I've been working on here, I feel like I'm ready to give up, even though, you know, whatever you have created here is becoming more and more successful. But in the process, it's also becoming a lot more stressful, and it's becoming a lot more burdensome for just you to carry. So it kind of speaks a lot about how a commitment has become too much for you, in that this card means the commitment. One's own desires may become a greater load to bear than any chain. So that could be kind of how we're feeling at this time. The Sun, though, at the very end of the year, hallelujah, hallelujah, you're finally getting it. You're finally getting that amazing, wonderful success that we've been cultivating all year. And I hate telling you guys that you guys have basically another year until you're getting where you've been trying to get to. But, you know, hold on to your dreams this year. And, you know, you're an earth sign. You can plug away at it all year, and it's going to be hella satisfying. And at the end of the year, Jupiter comes back and is like, did you want something? Here you go, Capricorn, okay? Here's your gift. Here's a little surprise for you. You know, it is the reality which we dedicate to others illuminates our path. Vigil is the way they speak of it in this deck. So again, the reality which we dedicate to others. So again, This will illuminate our path. So if we are, you know, speaking our truth and following our truth and letting others know our own truth, it will illuminate our path to our truth, to what we want. So again, guys, what did I say at the very beginning of this reading? It kind of talks, you know, about taking responsibility. This year is going to really be important for taking responsibility for what we believe in and doing our best to make it work in this world. And, you know, if we dedicate that type of reality and that type of vision, by the end of the year here, it is coming to us. I promise you. It is coming to us in a huge golden ball of glory here. So please trust me on that, Capricorns. Let's get an oracle card for an overall sense of advice for you guys from Spirit for this year. Advice for my Capricorns in 2019. Remember, guys, this is just a mini reading. You can check out my weeklies throughout the year and my monthlies. I'm doing these for January, so I'm not going to be doing my January monthlies just because it's so much work to do this with all this privates and all the 2019 readings, which are quite powerful. So again, guys, if you want to book your own 2019 reading and see what's coming in for you, all that information is right below this video in the description box. Oh, Capricorns, we get Night Song, Hidden Talents. Wow, love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, Night Song. If I can find it. Keeps going right by it. All right, a ruby red bird singing in the darkness full of sound, like an unopened present ribbon still bound. Should this beautiful but shy bird sing to you by appearing during your divination, know that you must unwrap the present of yourself. Look, some of the gifts within you remain unopened. The time has come to step into your true potential and claim all possibilities for yourself. There is no more time to waste, no more excuses. 2019 is giving you no more excuses, no time to waste. Go for it, Capricorn. You know your dreams, you know what you want, you know what talents you have, so allow them to come forth and don't be afraid to showcase them to the world, okay? You have gifts to give this world, you have gifts that remain unopened that will be coming to you and coming out this year, so don't be afraid to accept them and really embrace them and move forward with what they are giving you in this lifetime, okay, guys? All right, Capricorns, check out the 2019 and weekly readings for your sun, moon, and rising. Thank you guys so much, and please subscribe and share. It gets me closer and closer to 10,000 followers, which gets you guys closer and closer to a huge giveaway, okay? Thank you guys so much for your support. I wish you nothing but the best in this new year. Thank you guys.